What's going on, guys? Tyler here, and today we're talking all about the Elementor WordPress page builder plugin, and we are specifically talking about 4 features that you may not even know exist that will help you in developing, designing, and publishing web pages. So let's jump right into the video. Like I said, guys, my name is Tyler, and this is my start of my new studio setup. I'm getting the background all kind of designed how I want it, and it's a work in progress right now, but eventually we will be exactly to this little studio layout. So I want to thank you guys for checking back. If you're a part of the family, if you've subscribed already and you're coming back and checking out these other videos, thank you for coming back. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure and hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out, and hit that little bell notification so you can see all future videos from me. So with no further ado, guys, let's get talking about Elementor. So let's count it down, starting with number 4. Number 4 is revision history. Now this is something, if you're new to Elementor or even have been using it for a while, it took me a long time to find this, and it's actually super helpful. So let's just go ahead and jump into my computer and I'll show you how it works. So let's talk about the history section, guys. This is actually something super cool that you'll probably start using very often. This right here is, let's just go ahead, we're just designing a page here. We'll add a heading, we'll add a image here, we'll add maybe a button right here below the heading here. Drag that in there. Perfect. Let's go ahead and edit the button. Let's make the button color, maybe a blue. Perfect. And let's make the heading maybe we want it to be really thick. Okay, perfect. Just like that. So we're here, we're going through, we're designing our website, we're designing the web page. So all we're going to do is right down here, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a little clock with a reverse arrow, like an arrow cycling backwards, and it says history when you hover over it. So you'll click there and you have actions here. These are all the actions that you've performed on Elementor as you've gone through a major edit. So we have the heading, the weight was edited, so that was the thickness, right, of the text there. We have the typography, that was under the typography section of the weight. We have the button color, the background color was edited, that's when we changed it to blue. We have the button was added. So we can go back here and just click on where we kind of messed up and where we want to go back to. And we can just go through, let's just go back here and reverse all our edits and just go back to where we added the button. So if you see that, that's just as simple. We can go here, it's right where we're at. We can go back here, and this is before we made the alterations to the text and to the button. So just like that. Up here you do have revisions here. If you're publishing different, pages and you want to go back and kind of revert back to something else, a different revision. It says revision history lets you save your previous versions of your work and restore them anytime. Start designing your page and you'll be able to see the entire revision history here. So once you actually put out a page, then you can go back and, like it says right here, see previous versions of that page and restore them at any time. So super, super helpful. Again, just hover over here, click history, and then you have all these options right here. Number 3, custom element template replication. Wow, that's a mouthful. Basically, guys, what we're doing is making custom elements, creating them into like a template type form, and being able to reproduce them anywhere on the website. So as soon as I learned how to do this, I just instantly started using it all over, and it's super helpful. Wherever you have, wherever you're gonna have to do the same repetitive task and create the same custom element over and over, you'll want to use this because it allows you to be able to do that with so much ease. So let's jump into the computer and check it out. Alright, guys, so let's talk about this one. This is going to be something that you use often if you're doing very repetitive tasks and building out your web pages. So for example, here we have this right here. This is just kind of a box right here. You can see this layout contains a title or a header there and a button. Now I've customized these. I've customized both of them. I've added, thickness to the text here and typed in there's a button below me, and then gone ahead and changed the background here. So I go ahead, I make all my alterations and make, customize everything how I need it. And then I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click here. So I'm selecting this right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and click this save options right here, and go ahead and hit save as template. Now this may save the whole page, it may just save this little part, so make sure this is the only thing that is on the page when you're actually designing this. So you'll just want to have a blank page with just the little section that you need to replicate over and over again. So why this might be helpful is there's, you know, social media icons. Sometimes you want to just put those all over your page and put them at the bottom of each page you're building out. Again, this is going to work for Elementor Free as well as Elementor Pro, so be sure and you know, take a look at this and see if you can implement it in your site. And the other thing is it's going to allow you to really just move through this workflow a lot easier. If you have other templates, you know, such as maybe like a newsletter template and the social media icons, maybe a menu or, you know, a little about section that you keep, you know, replicating again and again and again throughout your web pages, you'll be able to build these out super quick. So let's go ahead and just save this as a template right here. And then we're going to go ahead and put in a template name here. So let's just put in the hello world, perfect, and we'll save it. And then if we ever need to go back and pull it up, we can go ahead and do that here. So you'll see it's down here, it is hello world right here, and we can go ahead and preview it or insert it. And let me move myself here, and here we'll drop that down, move that. Okay, perfect. So we're back here. So if we ever need to bring that template in or bring that saved section in, we'll just go here, click this little folder instead of hitting the plus. This is where you hit the plus and pick how many columns you want. We'll just go ahead and click this little folder and we'll hover over the one that we need, like hello world right there. And we will just go ahead and hover over and click insert. And then it's going to adjust the document settings. So you want to do this first before you're building out any pages before that. So if your page settings are a little bit different than the ones that you've saved previously, it will adjust those. So for this case, we don't even need to worry about that because I'm going to go ahead and do that, you know, before I actually start building out the rest of the content. I'll just hit yes, and then we will go ahead and just like that, we have a whole new section that contains exactly our text, exactly our customizations, the button color, everything. So that's a super, super great way, guys, to be able to replicate a repetitive process over and over again very easily across multiple web pages. And number two, this is actually something that I had to find out kind of the hard way, but this is not so much of a hidden feature as a, hey, this is something that maybe you don't know that you definitely want to take a look at if you're designing any kind of website with images, which I imagine most of you are. So be sure and take a look at this because there is a little quirk here. So let's just jump into the computer and I'll show you what it is. All right, guys, so like I said, this was kind of difficult to figure out what the issue was here, but once I found it, you know, it's been super easy to fix. So what this is essentially we have an image, a very high quality image that we bring into our website, and for whatever reason it gets downgraded in quality. Now I figured out what it is now, so I can go ahead and adjust that, but I just want to show you guys. When you go ahead, you choose your image from your WordPress gallery and go ahead and pick your image, bring it in here. Just about, you know, your first instinct is to adjust the image size right here. Okay, we want medium, maybe, you know, that 300 by 300. We want maybe thumbnail size, a 150 by 150, a large. Custom, you can go ahead and hit custom right here. You can say width 200 by 200. This, guys, is going to, I'll show you here now. So let's go ahead and just zoom in here. And look, this is a 200 by 200 pixel image. Look at the quality. It's very blurry. It's very, you know, not exactly what you want there. You've lost a lot of the clarity. So what I want to do is go ahead and set this to full here, so I get the full amount of, you know, the DPI or the pixels per inch. We want to just make it as clear and as high quality as we can get it. And then we're going to go over here to style, and this is where we're going to adjust it. We're going to drag this width. We're going to switch it here to pixels and go to 200. And now I will show you the difference here. There is the 200 pixel version of how adjusted the right way, or we can go ahead and actually just duplicate this and let's adjust this one the wrong way, and I'll show you the difference here between the two. Let's go ahead and just reset this and adjust this to custom and 200 by 200. Now look at the difference in quality here. Look at, I mean, just my face, my beard, everything like that, especially my beard, you can see a lot of detail here you can't hear. So definitely make sure you're using all of your images when you're resizing them. You're going to style and you're doing it through the width, not through the content tab. All right, guys, and that brings us to number 1. I got a comment on one of my previous videos from a viewer asking how to enable the infamous Elementor dark mode. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to show you how to enable that and a few of the settings that you can tweak with that. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. Alright guys, one of my absolute favorites is this dark mode by Elementor, and honestly it's just super cool. It makes editing so much easier, and if you know programmers or anything like that, they like to switch their text and code editors to dark mode because it's so much easier on the eyes. A white pixel puts off a lot of light. It's full colors putting out that white light, and a black pixel or a dark gray pixel, it puts off a lot less light. It's much easier on your eyes, and it's easier to work with, especially when you're working over long periods of time. So let's go ahead and just show you how to do this. All you're going to do is you're going to hit this menu here, and then you're going to scroll down here to More and Preferences, and you're going to change the UI theme right here. Now it's set to auto detect, and it says set light or dark mode or use auto detect to sync it with your operating system settings. So if I'm not even sure about Windows actually, but for Mac they have, as of I think it was Mojave, you can actually set your operating system to operate in a dark mode or a light mode, and it's a super cool feature from Apple and Mac, but this will actually auto detect that. So if you're setting, maybe let's say in your Mac settings you set it up to change throughout the day, so during the daytime it's light mode, and when the sun sets it turns to dark mode, this will actually auto detect it and bring it in. So if you're editing at night, it'll be in dark mode. If you're editing during the day, it'll be in light mode. So super cool feature that Elementor's built in. But if you want to just switch it permanently to dark mode, which a lot of people will, you can just click this drop down and switch to dark, and just like that we have dark mode enabled. And I'll show you here, this is what the actual elements look like, and yeah, just really nice, really stunning, and a little bit easier on your eyes. So thank you guys. Hey guys, if you could do me a favor and hit the like button on this video if you enjoyed it, I would really appreciate it. I know it was short, but I do have tons of other Elementor videos, tutorials, and everything of that nature on my channel, so be sure and hit that nice looking red subscribe button. Just smash that red subscribe button and join the fam. I would really appreciate it. Hey, if you guys are interested in upgrading to Elementor Pro at any time, be sure and check the links down below in the description. See what kind of price you can get for it. Elementor Pro is really just an incredible plugin with so many features, and I've been super happy with my purchase. So be sure and check that link down below in the description. And for now guys, that's it. So I'll catch you guys on the next video. Take care.